Alright, so it was a few days ago I posted maps 1 through 3. I think I think this is the map that was the most interesting, but I can't remember. But anyway, I'm just gonna start it up. We don't see a whole lot of Skid Rows because most people either play Karachi or sub base first map for like veto reasons. Although some teams do like Skid Row quite a bit. Most teams have their preference. A lot of teams like Karachi, sub base. Some teams like Skid Row. So you see the pre-break. Basically, if you have good side P2, bad side P2, don't worry about P2. Like, this is kind of just the consensus. Now, in ranked play, you kind of can play for P2. If you're bad side, you can go tunnel. And you can actually, this is what I do if you ever watch me like on stream or something. At the beginning of the round, since no one else ever does it, I just go immediately through laundry into back alley. I pre-stun just in case a guy pushes up fast because they do beat you there. And if he like stuns me and chows me, then, you know, whatever, like we'll see how it goes. But if I stun him, I might have a free kill. Nobody really plays like chowing the staircase. And what you do by being here is you just block these close back alley spawns, and whatever team is spawning close back alley is going to control the hill unless you are just getting like unless you're just the worst team basically. So P1 is kind of just as much of a money hill as P2 is, but the difference is that whoever has control of P2 is generally a little bit tougher to break from the bad side. And there's no like spawn that you can go get like the laundry spawn for P2 to make it easier to break P2. So they're different like dynamically, but yeah, just back alley control to get P1. Off break P2 kind of is more of a money hill because there's no countdown before the hill pops like there's in pubs and competitive. So by the time you actually get to hill, 10 seconds have passed. So it's not like a full money hill off break, but regardless, no team really even acknowledges P2 anymore off break. It's not a thing anymore.
Who's first to rotate, who's first to clutch. It's at least kills for Atlanta Faze early now. Might let number 4 head out. It will be. Draws a pick.
So Atlanta Faze had bad side spawns. Did someone actually go laundry, by the way, off break? I want to see that. Wait, which team is white? Oh no, Atlanta side had P2 side. Optic have good side. Optic had a guy fast hit through tunnel, but he's not. I don't think he's worried about getting P2 spawns. I have a guy top hall. They're going the flood to top hall, and they have Dashy playing top apps in order to like look into fire and be able to help kill some of these guys on time while his teammates play for them top hall. This just seems like a bad strat in my opinion. Because like if Shotzi's not here, like what did he do? He got number 4 weak. And now what's number 4 gonna do?
A couple of things here early on. You want to get whatever time you can to.
So Shotzi's still not doing it. Shotzi just could have ran to back alley off the break and got those spawns for his team. Maybe there's a reason he doesn't want those spawns. I don't know. Like these guys are better than I am at the video game.
But the all-important P2 underway. As we'll see who's first to rotate, who's first to clutch. It's at least kills for Atlanta Faze early now. Might let number 4 head out. It will be. Draws a pick it up tunnel.
Yeah, he's gonna have a couple of players to deal with though. So time Yona Faze, the stun
cleared out.
And now Faze had to deal with this. Shotzi already in
And
position.
yeah. So this is bad, but like look, Faze are gonna get 50 seconds of time off P1. So even if Optic get a full 60, it's like there's a good chance that they're not going to get a full 60 on P2, but there's also a pretty high chance they will. But like regardless, you see what I'm saying now with P1 and P2 kind of both being money hills. So they're gonna be flooding through tunnel. Sim's obviously going to get cleared. Optic are going to have their preferred setup.
The middle garage, and you take this if you are Optic. You're going to give up a good amount of time here at P1. But
so what most teams do when the other team has full P2 control, like Optic does right now, is they send a guy through tunnel. And what this guy does is he just kind of chills in tunnel. He just waits. And you can also send this guy off ult, so this guy tunnel can push and die, and then you can send a guy off ult through tunnel, and a lot of times they wouldn't be expecting to tunnel, but like that's kind of depends on what your other 2 teammates are doing, how much they're distracting, how many kills you get.
Just your draws, you're hoping you can get to like a power spot.
So we have Yeah, so no one's blocking the back alley spawn, so they should know this guy's
On a
spawning
good
back
angle,
alley.
you maybe have a one-on-one catch
I was
someone
gonna say
sprinting.
like the spawn doesn't make sense, but actually it makes perfect sense.
The timing just doesn't work out.
And as you see right here, where Kenny was does not block like the laundry part of these back alley spawns, which is why off break when you come to back alley to get these spawns for P1, you have to push up.
He gets double chowed. You get set up now.
You can't just sit in the back on the heady and like block. You have
As
to.
Pred starts to pop off, I mean, you're happy if you're Faze, at least you got 41
So they
seconds,
sniff out the
so,
guy tunnel.
you
You
know,
expect that guy to be there. It's
back.
standard for that guy to just like corner up and be weird, kind of. You also get weird spawns when there's a guy blocking tunnel as well. And I think actually what it might be about always sending a guy tunnel side, even when you're spawning back alley, is that this guy can control. Like if his teammate gets first kill, he can kind of control if he's blocking the spawn or not. So he doesn't want his teammates to spawn here, but he would like the other team to spawn here probably if he was relatively close enough.
Yeah, but a nice
But I don't
transition
see
for
how you
Optic.
wouldn't be
It's done on
blocking
the
it,
draws. Here we go.
you know, if you're
Very
trying to get through
difficult hill
tunnel.
to break.
See what
So yeah, Draza gets first kill. He's just hitting tunnel.
Faze do. Some trophies out, but Shotzzy trying to get going early here.
Shotzzy, Kenny, Pred, whole squad getting involved.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any big brain shit to it now that I've looked at it. I think the goal of the guy tunnel is just to distract, like force someone on hill to look at him for as long as possible. Less so about getting a kill, but obviously if you can get a kill, that's huge. And just like forcing a guy to look actively through tunnel, like pretty much 24/7, while your teammates are trying to break, is obviously nice.
Locking it down.
Makes it a lot
You
easier
don't
on
wanna
your
give up
teammates.
any streaks or anything extra if you can, if you're Faze. A one-on-one towards the point. Dashy able to win that tunnel side spawn. It's 5 now for Shotzzy. He's looking to maybe get a streak, maybe over Child's a bit. Not going to be able to earn that cruise. But
I don't
you're
know how
still inside
Simp
the
almost
point.
won
You're
that.
still racking up the time. Now Faze thinking about the answer upcoming at P3, but kind of doing what you expect if you're Optic Texas, holding on to the point where they need to answer back.
Yeah, you'd probably love Shotzzy maybe to play that life a little bit more patiently. Try to bait someone in the
So on P3, obviously, you like I say it every video. I've done this. Stop trying to break through like low plat side of P3. Your goal at the end of P2 should not be to rotate through ticket and get to P3 and all that shit. Like they can kill you from window. They can control when they peek from window. They can play like a bunch of weird angles from window because they have the high ground. Same thing on plat. There could be a guy here. You don't even know if there's a guy in garage, although that wouldn't be the wisest like move, but there might be a guy like in this corner garage playing for the guy on old. Like there's a billion. Just don't do it. Just get laundry spawn, go through laundry.
Inside a tunnel to push on up so that kills easier to use the cruise.
Shotzzy
it's
making the
big,
correct
especially when
play.
we get to P5.
He should
But
corner up here, wait for his teammate.
It is all good. They are in the lead and now
That's
over
exactly what he does. That's how you play the fucking video game. Learn from our man Shotzzy here. He's not going to go and try and make a hero play. He's going to say, okay, I have back alley control. My teammates are running through playground. My other teammate crossed back barber. So if there was a guy in laundry, he has to be in a corner and, you know, like hard stuck in that corner, not peeking out at all. And I'll just sit right here and wait for my teammates.
P3.
Not go down, keep blocking laundry.
When he's child, you're probably hoping you catch someone sprinting, but they're instead holding back with him.
Pred's gonna check his mid. He's gonna rotate. He's gonna check like everything in laundry.
CW, yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50, I guess, but
Well, he doesn't have to check it. If there's a guy in laundry, he's just better, but regardless. And somehow, who is this? Draza just finds the perfect fucking timing to jump out of fire.
one thing leads to a team kill here is a moment where you'd really like to get some points up now if you are Faze, but it's big kills from Optic early.
And now Optic aren't blocking because their last guy ran in. So this is the thing on P1. The last guy to go into P1, you like off spawn, when you have these back alley spawns, or good spawns I should say, is to continue blocking these spawns so the other team doesn't spawn here. And that means not just running into the hallway and challing and dying, or just like play in a way where you can maybe assist your teammates, but don't play in a way where you're likely to die. It's the same thing kind of with laundry, because laundry spawns are also good for the P4 rotation. The guy hitting through last here, now granted it's the beginning of the hill, so like not a big deal. So I'm not being like critical of the way Optic did it. But the last guy coming through here, if your goal is to kind of play for this scrap and then get, have good rotation here, then the last guy, whoever ran in last, needs to just stay back here, corner up like Shotzi was doing. Just continue blocking the spawn and pray that your teammates spawn here.
On to get them out of it for a moment. You see a semblance of balance here as you fight back through.
Also cut off the other team's ability to rotate through back alley to P4. You can play apps so that they can't come out fire or DVD. You can continue checking your flank laundry. There's a lot of things you can
Faze
do.
and stabilize here for a moment, but Kenny, after the big map 3, continuing to win fights as Kenny has been disgusting.
So I'm getting it done.
Sunday.
I mean, this is what you would want if you're an Optic fan.
So these guys are getting pinch at. Wow. Oh, I didn't mean to mute.
High level, getting your team to the
They got
final
pinched out.
and then performing.
That's just the way the
throughout
cookie
this
crumbled.
series,
So
time
I
and
think
time
that
again,
was
but honestly,
Draza
it
both
was a little scary there
times.
towards the P3, but Draza
That
took
got
a big route.
perfect
He
flanks
was able to get behind the
on
player
both those
who
attempted
pinched for
breaks.
Optic. He gave his team the close laundry spawns, kind of stabilized that P3. So a nice job
So
there
B's already
by
in.
Draza.
So if you're not the team with laundry spawn going into P4 and you do not have God Steps control, then your team is not playing correctly. So yeah, this guy being God Steps is huge because he can't go through little tunnel. He can look into the hill, he can peek into the hill. And if his teammates go down, he's not an easy kill to get out of the hill for the other team for them to get God Steps control. So it's like a power position basically, even though it's very close range and very limited in what you can watch. Obviously, if they're spawning tunnel, God Steps is incredibly good because you can just control when you slide down, peek through that tunnel. You can have a guy shouldering window. You can also, there's a top hall spawn, although I see it less so nowadays than I used to, and I don't know why that is. But you can slide chow that. Obviously, that's a very good angle for watching top hall, so they can't get high ground, look down into hill, blah, blah, blah.
And now, inside of Barber, you have a BZ, but here comes Optic.
BC just getting a nade out and getting out, waiting for the help to get there. The help is in the form of Draza, who's stunned up.
This is very interesting. They're sending Celium on a flank here. Huh? Oh, you know what? I think what Celium is doing here is he's going to attempt to push up and block this P2 spawn and all these spawns over here. And Simp is going to stop blocking back laundry very shortly. The goal is to get a kill here first. You don't need to kill all three, but you just need to get the first kill, and then the Optic member will spawn laundry. Your team will spawn for next kill, and you can still contest this.
Wait for a moment. You got all sorts of bodies set up inside. 3 on the objective right now. If you're Optic Texas, a BZ.
So that didn't happen. Celium is still blocking all these spawns, so it's still good, even though they didn't get first kill. But obviously, Faze is going to spawn lawn.
Blown to smithereens. He's
okay. Maybe that's why Celium did it, because he knows something I don't fucking know. Optic were playing very tight on hill, and so I guess Celium's presence being over here, the game just said it made more sense to spawn him here closer to your teammate than it made sense to spawn you laundry kind of out by yourself, kind of closer to the other team's lines.
falling apart. Simp though with a double, trying to bring it back into it.
Just like how it spawned him back garage and then it spawned the new guy front DVD. Kind of similar to that. It's like squad spawns basically.
And he dial up a triple, wants to maybe just get in for the contest for now. Wait for the help. The trade is in from Simp. That is 3 trying to hit with the pistol. They fire it! Oh Lord God, if Shotzi doesn't slide underneath, maybe.
Very well played by Optic. It looked very good for them going into like the last 40 seconds. Faze somehow almost got him, but Shotzi obviously is the walking bailout.
From Simp, but he did enough to at least keep them here and fighting. It looked
Good
like
bait.
Beasley was fighting Spider-Man for a moment.
Yeah, but a big play here from Dashi on rotation. You had 2 players, now it's a one-on-one. Sim spawns up, trying to hunt him down quickly.
Dashi misplayed that horribly, in my opinion. I'm not a guy that's very critical of Dashi. I'm an avid Dashi defender, but kind of missing the timing when he can cross out a P5 right there. I don't get that.
Optic going to be spawning out here for
Unless
P5,
he just
so
had
you
no
get that
idea he
into
was
the
there,
game
but
if you're Optic
I
here at the
figured he
P4.
had to have seen
You
him.
find the rest of the time, you don't allow Sim to
Maybe he
break
thought
down
another
through,
Faze player
but now
was
it
him.
comes down to a heavy rotation here for Faze.
Yeah, they were holding, trying not
I use this angle all the time, bro. Who is this? This is Draza?
to get
I
caught.
love this fucking angle because you can just watch the back alley. Your teammates don't even have to peek back alley. And then as soon as you see a guy, you have a free kill. and then after you get that free kill, you just go back into the corner, and then you have a teammate turn and watch it.
And now you
But
start
you kind of just have Celium just hard watching it now. I guess it doesn't matter.
get in your spot.
Celium's not in a position to get time, is he? Oh, he is.
Celium to get the time.
He's on top of the crate, just watching Shotzzy, yeah, watching the top ticket from
draws. But Faze right now up 2-1 in this
I would love to see Celium's POV on this angle. I don't know what he's doing.
series in the lead in this game number 4. Let's go to a listen.
Now he's on the van, but he was initially on this crate here. I don't know if he was prone watching top ticket or just watching the whole cross. Hold on. So you see the constant like staggered flood here. If you can keep this stagger going, then what it does is it punishes the enemy team for flanking. If you're the team spawning ticket side here. So if you just keep staggering trade, and you have a guy that wants to hit a route through garage, and then a guy slips ticket, well then now you have a 2-on-1 if trades are going perfectly, and you kill the last guy out, and then this guy can't really do anything about it. So you have to rely on your last guy. There's no real like routes here until you have some breathing room. So now Faze have breathing room. What happens? Cell goes in garage.
Someone listen, I'm gonna pinch around apps. There's one hole in there right now.
Go for it.
Try and set up a good break here. This is a game. Let's go. That guy's spawning tunnel. I got stun MC, hold on.
Shotzzy securing the far side top hall for his team for rotation. The thing about this is they obviously don't have top like plat control. Why are they gonna try and mantle into your window? Right? They're not gonna wanna run up these steps. They're not gonna come god steps and obviously in like full flank because you just don't want to break from this side. It's a terrible side to break from. You want to force the other team to spawn tunnel, and you spawn back alley. So the other team is probably going to be playing for the back alley spawns. So because it doesn't matter how you set up on this hill, whatever team ends up spawning back alley is going to get the hill. So Shotzzy being here makes literally 0 sense in my opinion. Like not literally 0, but it's like most of the the important part of whatever Faze can be doing to try and set themselves up for new is going to be back alley. It's not going to be on this side of the hill. It's going to be on the other side of the hill. It'd just be better to be closer to your teammates, for even if you are playing that side. They don't read the second guy. Wow. So now Shotzzy expects the plat jump. He gets one traded. Faze are in just like that. Yeah. Shotzzy isn't the reason that hill got broke, but I think in essence I think it might have been that the first engagement with the first Faze player back alley, whoever won that gunfight from Optic barely won it. They had to run back to hill because they were weak, and they had no one set up to be able to play for another guy coming in. But it didn't end up mattering because Optic just spawned back there anyway. And you're going to find out here, Optic are going to break this hill because they're the ones spawning laundry. BZ just went ahead and rotated because he's like, fuck playing for this hill from this side, you know? So then these two players spawn old, so now they're going to hit old. And one of the reasons is if you're spawning laundry and they have P1 control, then you can't really rotate through ticket because this guy, like this guy old, once the hill ends, can just run plat and just shoot you in the back. Or if he's really big brain, if he's watching his top doorway or his like double door push here, and he doesn't see you at the timing he's supposed to see you, then he can just run out. He can leave hill white for a second, run out on plat, and just shoot you in the back. Because like, what else are you going to be doing? So you kind of have to play for the guy old if they're good players. In ranked play, it doesn't really matter that much. That guy will stay on that hill, whatever. It's 20 seconds anyway, so the guy's not going to expect the rotation, and he's not going to leave the hill white, but you still want the 20 seconds. So this is extremely good for Optic. They have kind of ticket side control. They have a guy in tunnel, and they're getting the scrap time. And you see this guy also playing for his double door push here towards the end of the hill.
tunnel, Tyler. You're gonna be tunnel on me, guys.
Yeah, the presence here close to the point, but Cell able to pick
And they're getting the break because Cell came from the back. They didn't expect that. They didn't expect that back alley spawn. I think that's just bad awareness. But it's hard to keep track of everything all the time, like especially with split spawn scenarios.
So you can't get through and maybe make a play. The P2 time. Inside so far is going to be Abizi. Pred, though, lining him up, trying to disrupt this. The stun will keep Simp at bay for now. A lot to deal with. If you're Abizi, you hold a Simtex, the break is through. And Joe, you got your hands in the air.
I mean, this reminds me of the Ultra series, right? This was the chance for Ultra to close the game out. And the same thing here for Faze. They have the rotation over to P2. It's not a
rough
Shotzzy
loss.
play. It's a team play here for Optic. There's a chance, though, for Faze to get right back into it. I think they may have recovered. Great job by Faze.
So this hill ends up being very scrappy.
Breaking up some of that time if you were Optic Texas with the rest
So the
of
last
this,
two
just
hills have
about
gotten
a
the time broken
40-point
up.
Game. We continue to go blow for blow every map.
Shotzzy playing for this 8
The
seconds.
team just struggling to find separation.
That's 7
Shotzzy
seconds.
Will get in with 5 left. Now we look to the other side of the map. A chance to collapse on this.
Spawns in tunnel. The guy he killed off old is going to immediately spawn tunnle and reflank.
White arrows.
Not going to be ready for this, though.
Instead of playing for laundry.
She on a wide flank, but only put some shots in, hits the trophy.
Nice done.
Now
He's going to play through low, because obviously Optic have to be heavily invested laundry. But I think that FaZe might have thought these guys weren't going to be here.
For his teammate, great teamwork on the rotation from Dashy and Shotzzy.
I love that. Just take out the trophy, stun in, hits everybody.
Okay, so
now.
Optic have their
Here
setup
we
of
go.
choice
Here,
now.
Optic, the chance starting
Fred
to build.
immediately runs in place for the spawner. And the thing is that even though he gets one and then dies, the fact that he got one just means he's going to spawn laundry and he's going to be at hill about the same time that whoever trades him is Celium in this case is going to be in hill.
And you're soaking this up, looking
But actually, fucking Simp jumped out. I thought Simp was bottom. It turns out he was top. I think he was top. He just runs through and blocks laundry, but they still spawn fucking apps. I hate this spawn, by the way. If someone's in laundry, if someone at Infinity Ward is listening, man, whoever made it where someone is inside laundry and you spawn the other team apps, you need to get to rehab, bro. That is, like, something is horribly wrong with your logic. That cannot happen. You need to spawn this guy somewhere fucking else, dude. I don't know where. I'm gonna be honest. You're kind of limited to based on the layout of the map, but
Shotzzy waiting around the
obviously you see he's not expecting. No one ever reads this. Like,
corner stun will hit him. He's going to drop. You're in for now. The pinch is perfect. It's the tiny tears once again who are able to collapse onto a hard point and maybe get in. I know there's a team kill, but nobody's getting easy time right now.
No, nobody is such a backed for battle, and I think for Faze Optic, they just will not go away. Great movement out of Shotzzy, hits the slide. Simp gets caught. But yeah, you had that pinch there from Faze, and look at this. Wall bangs all over the place.
I didn't know that was a thing. I forgot about it. I had to have seen this in the match, but
On the main stage, we got another one added to the notebook.
Yeah,
you see now they're playing from laundry side. FaZe have God Steps control.
Dicklor there. The damage coming in. Kenny with a snap and slide. Breaking this up. Shotzzy now through into the
Huge
point.
gunfight, but
Changes
this is actually the most big dude. Abizi, I've said it many times in my life, best player in the fucking CDL era. Like, this is an unbelievably good play, and all he's doing is fucking licking a wall. That's all he's doing. Basically what happens is if he peeks and if he dies and his teammates are coming off spawn, then Optic have a window where they can push up, get God Steps. You're going to lose this whole hill. Like, all of it. Whereas if he stays alive, forces Shotzzy to pre-aim and play for him for a little bit, then it gives his teammates time to kind of push up and get closer to time, and to where, like, they can't instantly get, lose control of God Steps, I should say.
there. Optic. Go
But he's just taking his sweet time. And now look. Shotzzy starts tweaking, and then Celium's already hit through tunnel. He's already there. He's getting double chowed. Let's see if this,
How long will it last? Just up a point before Faze battle right back in.
FaZe managed to even get this time. I mean, that's really nice.
It's Kenny trying to work this two-man game, but dropping in front of him, shooting off ankles. Kenny is shooting, bro.
Yeah, now it just comes down to how much do you want to invest.
Hit those hip fires is what happened, Mevin.
Rotation so important, but 30 seconds still here. As you said, Kenny, doing it all.
By the way, left stick trick. Stop touching your left stick right before you stop shooting, and you can start, like, you see pros do it all the time. I don't do it enough, and I see a lot of people that don't even know about it. But if you're not moving for like a good amount of time, and your hip fire spread has time to narrow back down, then your bullets are actually really, really accurate before you're even finished ADSing. So that's how they get some of these like crazy looking kills like that and crazy hip fires. There is a skill to getting more of your hip fires to hit, although I think it's a stupid mechanic, but
they're gonna find the final 16. Faze opting to rotate.
He's like, hey, Kenny, great work in there, but my bad.
just whenever you camera an angle, like whenever you slide out or you expect someone to be at a particular angle, just stop moving instead of strafing. Also, you don't get that idle, that aim walking steadiness fucking bobbing. Makes it a lot better.
Then Simp gets involved. Another huge moment there for Draws. -5 right now, but making a play. Simp, a glory for him as he spawns out as well. Looking to get back in front now with your Atlanta Faze. 23 needed for the victory here for Optic.
So Draws is overloaded on this lane now. You see this guy top crates is annoying to deal with, but not really so much for teams that actually don't suck, right? Like obviously these are the two best teams in the game at the moment, probably. But like this guy's overloaded. He's got to play a little more passive. That means you need an extra eye on this, and you're kind of spread thin. Optic are still not in a great spot, but
lead change around the corner
you see this with pro teams, and I'm not exactly sure why, but the team with hill control coming through tunnel side, right? They almost never go in garage, and the team breaking from back alley side almost never go in garage either. Whereas like in ranked play, you see that shit all the time. Like I said, you get some breathing room, you get a guy garage, and he can be annoying on this cut. But you kind of need everybody up until then. I guess that would be the most likely reason, but I am curious.
P5, you can win it though. You can win it if you are Faze right now. The time is available. The beamers are in. The two-man game is through. Is the shot.
And Abizi and Celium are just playing the same fucking angle. Just like kind of... One guy gets weak, backs off, other guy steps out. Like, it's gotta be so annoying.
There's no open ticket. They can't find a crack in the defense. It is a lockdown.
Everything they did just got shut down.
Perfect in the hard points this matchup. Looking for another.
Oh my god. That's 6 straight.
They lock him up. They shut him down. They win another
there you go.
point.
And I just want to go back. I think what happened is this guy crates it was overloaded. Did he end up getting time? The other guy in the hill walked out and played that angle where Celium was getting that kill cam. I think that's what happened. You see what number 4
another
did
huge moment there for Draws. -5 right now, but Makin's a play. Simp, a flurry for him as he spawns out as well. Looking to get back in front now with your Atlanta Faze. 23 needed for the victory here for Optic Texas. Lead change around.
He gets naded. He jumps down. Okay, so Cell's on top. Oh, this is the angle I was talking about earlier. So yeah, he's prone watching the entire cross. Just from here helping, and Abizi is right underneath him. Oh my god.
You can win it though.
That is and then he jumps down and Draza jumps in, yeah.
If you are Faze right now, the time is available.
Because the thing is, they know a guy's crates. I don't think they knew he jumped down, but you have to play for the guy crates. One guy has to be committed. That guy has jumped down getting time. Now you have 2 people playing for your cross here.
Oh, the beamers are in. The two-man game is through as the shots are connecting. There's no open ticket. They can't find a crack in the defense.
Go on last map here.
Competition.
What a bop.
We're to Optic, Texas. WU here, a map for surfers. Look to get the...
So yeah, and Rio round 1 generally plays like kind of funny. You just have someone try to double nade and get a pick on the other side of the Eskies or the staircase. So it's kind of a 50-50. Like generally you don't want to hit up into mid round 1 because you have no trophies. So kind of makes the game play like shit, but is what it is. We don't have trophies as equipment anymore. We took it for granted, I guess.
Is it a choke? It is in their hands now to close it out. They can all stop here on Rio. We're to Optic, Texas. Rally and make one of the better comebacks we have ever seen. Bomb planted. Faze look to hold. Retake now for Texas.
Yeah, just opting to play for that 4 versus 4. And look at this from Faze. They have completely give up top middle. You're just going all the way through boxes on a
box it. How did? So Faze get bombed down and Optic were basically set up to collapse, and they collapse. They get 4 mid and they don't see anybody. That has to be the fucking scariest shit.
Good luck.
They could come from fucking. They could peek this angle. They could peek like up soda steps. They could peek fucking Esky. They could peek you from like fucking 5 different angles, 6 different angles.
Good luck. This is
Shotzi though's on it. Shotzi is on it, but Simp on the flank able to find the first. Shotzi tries to hold it. The smoke is down. Sells able to find a double.
Yeah, they all went mid thinking they would be set up and they would be able to like trade out, and there's just no one there.
A 1 versus 3 for Pred.
yeah.
And you're just buying time if you are the ARs of Faze.
No
allow that flank.
No hesitation. They hit it. They know the timing. And I'm just there at the minimap. As soon as you don't see any white arrow, maybe picking that up, I was just like, it's done. Like, unless something insane happened, that was toast. A good plant and rewrap.
And it's very smart because what happened is the guy on planting bomb was basically a sacrificial lamb. After the plant goes down, then the guy on A Street, I don't think he had even seen anything the entire round. So, and a lot of teams play from boxes anyways now. And so no one expects a reflank boxes from A Street. Like, so that guy, the guy that was playing A is going to rotate through boxes back to his side Eskies, and then you have 2 Faze players coming right behind him. No one's like expecting that. That's a really good setup.
You wait a second and do that?
I have a feeling Tupac Thug Lord was behind that one.
Notice how actually bomb gets diffused probably is what happens there.
No doubt about it. Yeah, Shotzi was about halfway.
He got closer than that, didn't he?
Maybe.
I thought it was pretty close, but I could be faded.
Very intentional.
Round 2 now. Offense to Optic. As they're starting to work up A. 2 through mid, fast on rotation. They want to get aggressive.
Playing 3A. They're just gambling that shit. They left mid wide open. I don't think anyone on Optic is going to have a trophy. Pred and Dashy are the trophy players, and they both have kills, so maybe not. But yeah, this is what I think. I watched a Rio versus Toronto in the league match. But this is what they did. They played kind of heavy A, although I think they did have one guy like towards like boxes, kind of cutting this. But Celium's job is just to make sure nothing comes full flank, and nothing comes like info. Nothing comes full flank. Basically, his job is just get info, make sure nothing comes full flank. If they play for you, you got to be ready for everything. The guy boxes kind of have to watch your own back.
Here if you were Faze, they have numbers.
Yeah, it's a good stun though from Ken. Slows that down. Shotzi's here to help. That's the bomb as well. So they were trying to get aggressive. That is going to.
So Faze are gambling quite hard here that nobody on Optic is going to be pushing through middle. So they're either gambling it or they're just playing off of the fact that Optic have never flanked boxes at A once in their life. So could be that.
Slow down big time from the reposition here, but Cell on such a strong position trying to finesse. Here comes the teamwork. Here comes Optic. They're able to find 2. Almost a third. Smoke down. We keep
good shot. Dude, Kenny is shooting, bro. I don't. If I saw that on my pop, I'm not rechalling. Cell rechows. And that's not easy to do for Optic, by the way. Breaking when Faze sent 3A and they broke that shit anyway, like easily.
It's like a stalemate there for a moment, right?
That's kind of crazy.
It looked like they were looking to hit it, trying to maybe isolate 1 or 2 players, but you called it perfectly.
Now, what's fucked up about this series is that Optic didn't get another map because Kenny was warming the fuck up.
Try to help Celium in that position.
The LAN Grand Finals demon himself.
4-on-4 hits. Who could just finesse and play their life by?
He was the best player in that lobby easily, by the way.
Like on either side.
If you think it was Simp, it wasn't.
Chomping at the bit to get very, very aggressive, whether on offense or defense. We'll See how Optic,
At least towards the end of the series. He started off like 0 and fucking 14 on that map on Karachi.
Stun and utility are in. They try to go over the peak, and it's
So Optic playing a little more aggressive up mid now. Now that they have trophies, you can. They came through bridge side, yeah? Or they ran up steps? Yeah. So they threw down a trophy and ran up steps. It was an intentional thing. And so you have 3 Faze players here. Even if all 3 of them throw nades at the staircase, they're not killing anybody because trophy's gonna, is there. Now if they stun first and then do it, but like most people aren't gonna commit that many nades to one side. A lot of the time you need info more than you want to risk like a gamble for a kill. You want to use the extra nades for info instead of committing them all to the same spot to try and get a kill.
Over the peak, and it's a Beezy, the first blood lord. It gives them the 4 versus 3. Shotzzy ripped out of this, and 0-3 start for him.
And now they slow the pace down for a moment. Maybe thinking Optic to try to get aggressive.
So look at kind of how they were set up, right? They were kind of 1-1-1, basically. 1-1-1-1, I guess. They were lined up. And then this guy starts, they find an opening through B Street. This guy's like, I don't see anything, or I can get pushed up here. And so he pushes up. The guy under him fills where he was. And they kind of just rotate up the map like together.
To find a pick, reposition from Dashy.
This is something Faze do a lot, even in respawns. And it's kind of weird how like geometrically perfect it is a lot of the time. And so now Simp is just behind. He said it's not worth it for me to come up B Street and watch the flanks like from kind of a more obvious AR angle, because he's got a sub, I think.
In the flank.
So he's going to sit in an angle where he can watch his team's OE with a sub and get more like advantageous gunfights for his weapon. That's fun.
Bomb starting to work up towards B.
Here we go. Information on the cross is Dashy. It's able to get a bit of a spot. Fred playing here on the Esky as well.
So Simp says, okay, no one's fast flanking. They're waiting for some sort of info before they flank. Number 5 here is Kenny. He's kind of looking. He knows there's going to be a guy watching full flank, but he didn't realize that Simp, for whatever reason, I'm not sure what's going through Simp's head, honestly. I don't like to assume I know, because they're, like I said, they're just better at me at the video game. But he kind of was aware. Nothing came, like if he was going to go ahead and flank, he would have been here by now. He's obviously waiting for something to go down. So I'm going to go help my team pop shit off, because he's not going to flank until shit pops off.
Heady there from Simp. Cell lines one up as well, and it's Kenny kind of by himself. He's on 2 in a row in a 1 versus 4 now. And they're thinking quick kill before they think plan. They don't want.
Yeah, and they're immediately thinking that he flanked B here. I bet that column came from Simp too, because these 2 guys are just rotating alone while these 2 dudes stay old.
I think Goofy going on, so they're going to wrap this out.
All the way through. Yeah, they're playing this very patiently.
He gets sniffed. Cell even checks that exact timing on that flank, because it's like it feels about right, because shit popped off at this time, and he was probably set up to flank at that time, and he didn't come through mid, so he's probably going through bridge, but he didn't come to mid from bridge, so he hit through bridge, and then he checks it.
To find them, and yeah,
I mean, it sounds like it's like, no, there's not all that to it. It was just luck. Like, no, it really wasn't. Like, there's just a fucking little itch you get when you play the game a lot of timings like that. And if anyone's got it, it's Celium. Is that something like island players have to have? The players like Celium when he was on Armored Car bridge side earlier. And he's all alone up there. People can be coming from anywhere.
Entries and lines of sight mid, like, don't
you have to be aware of all your timings all the time.
Disruptive, just make the safe play. Doesn't end up mattering as they get the kill, but the discipline there for Faze. Hoping this is a lot like the terminal where we just continue.
Let's see how Faze set up here, because the first rounds are out the window. There's trophies out now. So this is more representative of like how an actual round would be played with trophies, not like a round 1 break-off round at this point. Faze like to, you see how Faze do this. They like to commit 3 to one side, kind of play mid very weak, not expecting Optic to hit through mid, because like it's very risky. If you hit down Eskies, you could be getting watched from here. You could be getting watched from like a number of angles inside P3, from boxes. Like, it's just so hard to flank through their bottom mid.
It's a B look It's building up slowly here for Optic.
It's a big
Texas,
gamble, I
this
should say.
waiting game behind the utility once again.
Faze now just checking the corners up top mid. Gonna know there's not a lot of presence. This man gonna be the point man a lot of the times through. 0-3 start here for Shotzzy. Can he get on
So now they're playing mid a little heavier into the mid round because they didn't see anything Bridge Street, and this guy at A is like, hey, nothing's here. And so these two guys go on these steps, and they're like trying to see something.
Or maybe work the objective. Sim.
They get the guy a bomb. So you remember that one round where Faze kind of had one guy mid, it got bombed down, and he planted, he got the plant off, immediately traded, but then Faze just kind of hit routes and easily won the round. Well, Optic were kind of doing the same thing here, where this guy's just alone in sight, no one's even really watching over him, no one else is mid, and he's trying to get bombed down.
Out from a BZ.
Faze sniff it
They
out.
both just fly on through.
They had the social menu open. They're inviting someone.
We're still here.
I think maybe earlier there was like an audio bug. Don't blame the production team. I think they were re-inviting one of the spectators back to the game. I don't think it shows up if you come in as a podcaster.
Someone hit a controller or smashed their keyboard.
The first blood bomb down B. Just gonna go for it. So a retake chance here for Faze.
Get it planted.
And so Faze just get the pick, and they just chill. They don't move, and they give them the plant after that. It's like, okay, we'll let you plant with 3 alive, but if you plant with 4 alive, then
Get up.
so be it.
Very winnable still for Optic Texas, but so many.
And you see Simp is suspicious about this late P2 hit here. And it looks like Pred is going to do it.
Things to worry about going deep.
Pred is suspicious of his P2 hit because Pred knows that there's probably a guy that was playing P2. And if he's going to flank through to our side to try and get B, then he'll be here about now.
Dashy. Can
And
he
now,
win a
what
fight
Pred
all
does
the
is
time
huge
there?
here.
I don't think he's going to get across or deep.
And now Dashy's kind of alone out here. I don't understand this play out of Dashy. Now, he got a kill, okay? I don't understand this play out of Dashy, though, because you're in a position where you can't look into the site. You're nowhere near the site. You have limited ways that you can even get in to peek bomb if your teammates go down. And this is not a position where you should get a kill. It's like an info position or like a help get people weak position. But it's not a 4v3 bomb down position. So I'm a little confused, but it did work out. He got a kill.
Did he? Dashy brings it to a 3 versus 3. Still another player for him to deal with.
He's going to get info, I think, on a guy crossing, although he looked away to reposition at a weird timing.
He's climbing trees, and now he's Panson bringing it back or trying to. Simp is there for the trade. Pred and
So
Dashy.
now he's going to immediately hit up.
Now 20 seconds to go. It's a game.
They're expecting him to have hit through here because him pushing through bridge after that kill is so unlikely. You even saw that the Faze player just ran straight through bridge, didn't even worry about checking to see if Dashy was still there. So I think they were figuring that Dashy was already gone. But in reality, he was still there, and now he flanks.
Game of seconds. Do you get lucky with the timing? Checking it for now. Nobody is home. Time still dwindling. Big gunfight upcoming. Dashy takes out another one. He's been massive in this round, and just no time to work with. A huge 3v4
Big
there
Bruce.
for Optic.
All right. I was critical of it, but worked out. It's very hard. It's very, very hard once B-bomb goes down to
on the retake to BC, I don't know if they don't see Dashy ever.
do it. If Dashy doesn't get that kill on bridge, I think it goes worse. A lot worse for Optic.
She's like, well, thank you.
Because you can just trade out
Well,
at the
yeah, no,
end.
at first I thought it was like an awkward timing for Dashy because I didn't think he saw him jump on.
You can cover all the bases where you can check the bomb from, basically. Whereas missing that player, you can't do that.
3 in a row for Dashy, and yeah, big part of bringing them back. Well, everything and bringing them back there. In the 3 versus 4. Still 1 map away from victory in the grand final is Faze. A mountain to climb if you're Optic Texas. But
So you see the double nade down Eskies there? Because you normally don't throw a trophy Eskies, you normally throw at White Steps. So Eskies is kind of your position where you can get a kill. So this round they're not playing so much for info, they were trying to get a kill off break. Didn't end up happening.
it's one moment after another, and it's been a long day for them that just keeps on getting longer, right? The longer this series goes on, you've been playing a lot of...
Kenny cannot die there. Now, this is not a position that you can play anymore. I doubt that played a role in why Kenny played it the way he did. I don't know.
Sell. Lasers out of him.
You can't just give Celium a kill on an angle you know he's gonna, like in a high time to kill game where you have plenty of time to like just get out of harm's way. I just can't let
for
that
a
happen.
first blood and another one for Faze.
Would I let that happen?
Getting
Probably.
Slow around for our attack.
But I'm not in grand finals.
The map, but able to
I
spot
probably never will
the
be.
timing on it. Kenny hits the shots as well. Shots still there
I
in
won't
that
say
area.
never.
Maybe just trying to find an opening. Maybe get the comms for his teammates so he can work the flank. And there it is.
But I
What
just
does he
did, I
opt
guess.
to do?
Wow.
Looks like he's just gonna
I'm a
back down with
liar.
them. Bomb going down now.
So now they're planning with help. They're not just leaving this guy out. But yeah, as you found out here, there's only so much you can help this planner.
Smoke out, trying to make some madness happen. Fred able to get a pick there as well to the 3 versus 3. It's the bomb planner, and then Shotzi through the smoke, over the top, gets a kill, maybe another 3v4 opportunity. Now for Optic Texas as things unravel.
Shotzi finds himself in a row. How did he get here? I have to find out because this is such an insane spot for him to just be chilling. They get a kill off bomb. Oh, he pushes up to try and kill the guy over in bridge. He bangs right through. Oh, and he gets his kill here. I wouldn't even, like, don't say I have the memory of a goldfish. I'm not watching the screen. I'm only watching the minimap.
3v4 opportunity now for Optic Texas as things unravel. Abizi brings it back. 25 seconds to go. He picks the corner.
Good.
The read from Draws. Maybe 2-1 versus.
I don't know. Like, I guess you assume Shotzi's going to be cornered right in that position because you have to plant. Like, kind of how Simp was cornered, and he's a sub. He's going to be playing somewhere in here because you just have so many cutoffs from this position. But yeah, that's an insane read out of Draza.
This is one Pred, the Predator on the hunt and lurking, the trigger discipline. Oh, it's beautiful. No, it's not so beautiful, but then he gets the kill and he gets out. 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, Draza, what does he have to do here? He's chasing, and he finds.
Pred chucked. Oh, that. Not getting that kill on White Steps, I don't blame him too much for. I think he was. It's kind of a heat of the moment thing. And also the trigger discipline, he easily could have killed Draza jumping up here. And you would assume that if Draza's jumping up here, obviously his teammate is somewhere very, very close by top mid. There's not a lot you can do if you get that kill and their teammates, like this guy's top mid, but there is only like 10 seconds left. So he might be thinking like I can't gamble like Eskies. I can't push up bridge after I get that kill. I kind of have to wait, and it's kind of a weird position because all your plays to get to B-bomb, like in a timely manner, are not so great. And if the guy that is here doesn't play for the plant off rip, he just plays for the kill, then it's also not too great.
As well.
But it is a 2v1, so like no matter what happens, it's not going to favor you. I don't know. I feel like he gave himself the best chance of winning the round for free instead of just the best chance of winning.
One more bullet there, and this play's not even possible.
Not even possible, but it is.
It's like, you know, the longer the trigger discipline is there, the longer the hunt is.
But honestly, I think
patience
9 times out of 10 he just kills that guy White Steps. It's probably nerves. Yeah.
You're chasing your prey.
Yeah, and he's hoping to find the first, and the other one's on the bomb, and the round's done.
Yeah, you're also, it's one of those situations you always highlight, like you're thinking about the next gunfight, the next chow.
Especially in this moment, in the final.
Almost back-to-back 3v4s, almost a spectacular moment from Pred.
Same thing. So this seems to be like kind of Faze's preferred setup. Just Celium on this truck by his lonesome. I'm assuming on rounds where Celium has a trophy, this is kind of their go-to strat. On rounds where Celium doesn't have a trophy, then they commit another guy or maybe 2 guys on this mid push. But when he has a trophy on this side, he just chucks it down because you can't play this position like without one. You just get naded out and you have to cross out from too wide of angles to get away. So if they are playing like 2-3 bridge Optic, then you're just probably dead.
But even though you've been clutching up and moments, if you're Optic, you would love to maybe get the 4v3 advantage here once. Is mostly that is
Kenny knows he gets spotted, plays a nice little repo.
Atlanta Faze.
Another audio bug. Just a close gunfight. Cell just wins him, I guess. I don't blame Kenny for that at all.
But it's a fast bomb plant.
Yeah, bomb down again. This time, though, you're working that pinch, so Dashy not going to be in that area. Instead, he's going to be up top vending. And now what do they want to do here, Optic? Because you're just top middle. They're going to try to commit to a side, and that's the right call. They're going to find Draza now.
Yeah, so I think Kenny, there's no kill cam, so he didn't see anyone else pushing. Because but yeah, there's no kill cam in like actual competitive CDL matches. It is in the CDL rule set not to have a kill cam. It's just for ranked play you do have kill cams because it makes it easier to spot like cheaters and shit.
Split the map into a 3-on-3. Here comes the retake for Faze.
In case people didn't know that.
Shotzi's going huge, 2 versus 2, 15 to go.
That's why at the beginning of ranked play there wasn't a kill cam and they added it.
Though is a beats, he gets him so weak, Cell hops on it,
and an excellent break. I like the fact that they committed to low eskies like through Shotzi's jump down because they assumed that low eskies would be weak side and not the alternative side. Kenny might have had more info than I thought he did.
3. Here comes the retake for Faze.
Running out of time though.
Simp going down there. Shotzi getting that kill and not getting traded is kind of unbelievable, but it happened.
He's going huge, 2 versus 2.
And yeah, that won them the round.
Cell, the first one, looking to make the play.
Shotzi just doing some like that's such a Shotzi thing to do. Like just taking this random 1v1 over here, winning it and getting away. And you turn the round on its head. Whereas if Shotzi died, the round is over. If he gets the kill, then it's like best case scenario. It's really good for them if he gets that kill. And he does this all the time in respawn. And I don't like it because he takes like unnecessarily large risks, in my opinion. Unnecessarily large risks when his teammates are already in good positions. And then, you know, flips that good position on its head. And now the other team is like very advantaged. But in S&D, that's like an insanely good skill to have.
Gets him so weak, Cell hops on it, and again, it's a 3v4 post.
Just taking those fucking risks.
Find the openings if you're Faze.
Because a lot of teams just play for the shit that they think is least likely to happen. And if you know what the least likely to happen things are, and you know that they're playing like that, then you can just do them. And Shotzi, I don't think he knows what the least likely things are. I think it's just his playstyle, though.
Instead, he gets caught.
It's like you don't even consider, or you kind of brush off like a lot of the things he does
love to see that as they're all tied up at 3.
Being very unlikely to happen. So you don't watch it, or you do something else.
I keep talking about
play for something else.
Maybe they don't. I don't need it. What do I know? Yeah, doing the 3 versus 4. Optic's nasty. Sure. Damage in. Everybody tagged up, but they pounce. Tiny tears up through mid.
Sim just finding that guy and then putting bomb down. I mean, holy shit, this guy's twisted. Yeah, Prejudice, like, the guy on white steps can watch your right side OE. So why are you going to watch the only thing that he can watch? Right? Like the guy bridge, if he comes out on where number 3 is here, if he comes out on that side of bridge, and he can shoot you in the back and nothing, your white teammate can't help you. If a guy slides out on right and does exactly what Simp just did, like teammate white steps can't help you. Whereas if you just play for that side and your teammate white steps watches your back, then it's at least somewhat of a setup.
14 HP and just sticking the bomb. Now fights to the other side. Cell picks it up.
I think he might have tried to find a timing getting around here and shooting someone in the back, but...
Oh, but it's going to be tough for Ken. It's going to be so difficult. Bomb
it's not like you're a brain-dead moron if you make that play. I'm not saying that.
That first gunfight. Instead, it's Celium. Great.
Kenny is shooting.
Unreal shots, but this time, the first blood works out for Faze.
Yeah, maybe it's just who's going to...
This didn't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't know what was going through his head.
Through mid-map.
But yeah, that really fucked his team over because now Simp gets a free kill and bomb down basically. And your guy White Steps has to back off. You haven't had time to set up because you haven't had any info. It's the very beginning of the round.
Really being favored here.
Yeah, 2 rounds to go here for Faze. 2 rounds away from lifting that trophy.
Wow, that's the quietest I ever heard Optic in my life.
Will Optic get us
Someone get Scumpy back in the league, dear God.
Yeah, they need it. They need the energy. It's been a long day of games for Optic here to battle through losers. They need the fans behind them. I mean...
Did Abizi run through bridge, or did he go straight here?
They need the energy. It's been a long day.
All right, so Abizi's not a trophy player. I don't think Simp is either. Abizi might be a trophy. I would imagine your main ARs are trophy players, though. But... I don't know what prompted him to do this. This seems like kind of a risky play. You do get top first, like from Faze's side here. This is good side. Say like on P1, these guys get here first. But risking getting stunned and naded out there, I don't know.
Games for Optic here to battle through losers. They need the fans behind them.
I wouldn't try it at home.
Energy, not everything. Certainly.
But he's the guy that plays like white steps and low mid a lot, so it could be that he's like they never nade white steps.
But you got to get 3 more. Can you get an opener here?
They saw a BZ cross bridge side.
So
That's
he's
why
guy
they're
white.
kind of looking this way, waiting for this.
Saw BZ.
Not gonna plant the bomb quite yet.
See the guy Eskies? That should be info on 3, and then you have the info on last.
I think he's got
so
3 first bloods, 2 or 3 on Kenny. He is finding those openers, but you know, if you're Optic planning on being
slipped.
3v4, that's what you do best.
So these Optic players in the back should realize, like, BZ's not bridge anymore. He didn't come through middle. He could be flanking, like, he could be flanking our side, but probably not. I think Dashi might play for this.
Faze now, leaving it.
Yeah, Dashi immediately tries to cut off the back here, thinking that a BZ slipped. Yep.
BZ over towards boxes.
You can kind of see that. You can see like what they should be thinking, and then all of a sudden, like they start doing it.
They're gonna work this flank on the other side of the door.
That's a good sign.
Patiently, but he's gonna
and a BZ played for it like perfect. Dashi was looking for him specifically. He played for that angle, but it's if you let a BZ in your boxes playing specifically for you to be wrapping, you know, exactly in that position, then like it doesn't even matter if you're Dashi. That's a very unlikely gunfight. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't.
A BZ on the other side of the map, trying to put them at 5.
Unfortunately for Pred, there's 2. Baited by 1, dropped by another.
They just get
Faze 1.
A BZ just running around the map
championship in 413
for free.
Days. They have lived on Sunday. They have made every run. Just time and time again, coming up a little bit short, but now it is.
Yeah, they hadn't won since Vanguard. Or no, they won last year. One event. Right?
And this has been a grand final for the ages from Simp. The guy's been unbelievable.
Maybe not.
Add another to his resume.
Yeah, him and BZ really leading the way. Here we go, into the top middle.
And yeah, that's why I was so curious about why a BZ tried to go through mid like that. You see that Pred just goes down because there's 800 nades. It's such a risky play. But Pred tried to do it too, so maybe it's standard. Maybe they're trying to stop a guy from pushing up on B quick and getting that plant down, like what happened to Optic on the on their last defense. They're just giving A up here. They're just giving A up, bro.
But it's a teammate from Cell. Back to do a 3-on-3. Kenny though, take it down by his old duo. Shotzi on.
Shotzi with an. Once again, does he run? Dude, I look away from my minimap for 1 second, and Shotzi is just somewhere ridiculous. Yo, his teammate gets double naded from Eskies. And then he just runs it. I fucking hate this kid, dude. This is what I'm saying about the least likely shit, like, or shit you don't even consider a possibility. Like, what?
No. Take it down by his old duo. Shotzi on the pin, so 2 versus 2.
That's unreal. I can't believe that worked.
Slows down for a moment. Well, Shotzi never slows down. Till the smoke hits, it'll tuck away in the corner. Bomb needs to get recouped. Shotzi Dashi up against Cell and draws. 60 to go. A standstill for now. Dashi gets eyes. Call off to Shotzi. They'll try to take a 2-on-1 here, and they do that beautifully. Now everything down to Cell. He's been so good in the early parts of the round with all these first.
So in this position, you just kind of want to wait for info. After a certain amount of time passes, because you have time to work with, there's 45 seconds. After a certain amount of time passes, you're going to assume, because one, you know that this guy's close enough where he could peek bridge from somewhere relatively soon. He's not going to be like over at A doing some dumb shit, right? So if you play for it long enough and you don't see a peek, then you know that he's playing a position. He's playing a corner. He's not moving, basically. So you don't have to be watching for him to peek you. And from there, you can kind of figure out how you're going to play it.
First blood picks. Can he clutch up in the...
So they see him. They're watching everything. In the meantime, waiting for that time where it's like, okay, we're good to go. But then Cell peeks out, so they spot him, and now they can both look at him. There's no way Cell wins this.
1 versus 2.
Shotzi jumping back and forth for info, just saying, hey, is he still here or is he not, you know? I think, wait. Yeah, Faze have to plant.
And one's got
So the more time that passes, worse it is for Cell, because bomb is down, white steps, although I'm not sure if Optic is aware of that.
massive shoulders. They're both just toying with Cell.
Yeah, just kind of playing around. He doesn't have the bomb either, so he's got to collect that. Shotzi gonna spot him again. Just sliding around is Optic. Shotzi gonna spot him, and he's able to find one.
Yeah, Dashy gets that trade.
From Dashy.
A lesser AR would have got 2-piece there, but it wasn't even really close. I think Shell shot him once or twice.
From Optic, 1, getting the information, 2, just making sure the trade opportunity was always there, because
Yeah, I just shot him once.
Cell one of the best in those nerdy moments to just kind of turn that into 2 one-on-ones.
No doubt about it. And here's that teammate. Yeah, talking about how good he's been.
I got zoom in.
First bloods. Well, he brings it back. Just sort of the ricochet off the screen. Hello, Abizi.
It's tough. It's another first blood for Faze, but they even it out. We've gone to round 11 over and
So
over.
Faze, once again, they're not going to that setup where Cell is top armor and they go 3A.
We're getting these search and destroys. Here we go.
They're giving up bridge completely. And what I think ended up happening is that Optic just weren't playing through bridge, and so this is kind of a strat call. You basically see the exact same strat Optic just did, Faze are doing right now.
There again.
And Optic's nades just don't hit.
Optic
Faze just
trying
do.
to push it to match point. Abizi looking to get another first blood, potentially spotting for info, shots and spots.
They fly at him.
They're sending it to him. He
Info on 3.
repositioned.
That's a tough gunfight to win for Pred because you're caught up mid. You can't turn around and run back. You have to slide at him, and he's got kind of a jump peak on you. It's just, it looks like, don't call Pred a bot for that.
The movement's on point, and Pred.
It's just the way the round turned out.
BZ 10 and 5. Now to Cell.
What am I saying? Obviously, fucking Pred isn't a bot.
This stun catches Kenny.
But it wasn't a bad play. It wasn't
Trying
a
to find the trade.
mistake.
Not
It was just the way things unfolded. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's against you.
I think he just headshot him 4 or 5 times.
Can't go your way
Missed
every
out.
time.
The problem here too for Shotzi's, there's so many players
Shots with an incredible kill.
around him. Look at them.
Doesn't expect Sim to be here though. This is a little bit. He was more scared of his chase than he was a second guy here. Maybe he was trying to catch him off guard.
All down to Dashy.
Big Bruce for the 1v3. Can he tear him apart?
No.
You got eyes right on bomb. He's gonna check the corner. Oh, he didn't
Always full check your corners.
check it. Doesn't clear the corner.
And that's that.
And it
Alright, so those are the last 2 maps. I mean, I figured I'd go over it because presumably this is the highest level COD we've seen throughout the entire year. And I would say it probably is. But it just kind of sucks that like Optic have gotten 4-0'd twice by Faze. Not 4-0'd, but knocked out of both tournaments in winners and losers. Oh wait, actually, am I tripping or did New York knock him down? I can't remember, but regardless, it's just kind of like the team on top just handily wins everything, and it's kind of boring. Regardless, I'll leave it there.